H-Town, what it do? My name is Nick Stevenson.
And I'm Skara.
12th episode. Or is this 13?
13.
This is 13. 13
It is.
episodes of the Texans Bloodline podcast. And I just met you for the first time yesterday.
Yes, yesterday. Like in person.
In person.
Let's clarify that.
Yeah. In person. So shout out to everybody who made it out to Texas Huddle for our Texans watch party.
It was super fun.
Very, very fun. And Skara, this is how I know it's fun, because you came all the way from Richmond, which was what, an hour?
Yes.
Give or
It was
take?
an hour drive.
And it didn't seem like you regretted it. So that let me know that we had a good time. And added bonus, your Houston Texans win 40-20 versus the Arizona Cardinals. They are now 9-5. Their pathway to the playoffs is now even wider than it was before. They are the hottest team in the NFL right now with 6 wins in a row.
I am so excited for this.
I know. I mean, I've said this multiple times, but when we were 0-3, I didn't see this coming. And I was honestly very nervous about the prospect of this show, because the show is supposed to be about you falling in love with this team. Right. And I was like, what is she going to fall in love with? This ain't
Can't
it.
do that if they don't win.
Yes, but we've talked about this too. The added benefit to the slow start, and then now them being the hottest team, is you've kind of experienced everything I've experienced in 20 years in one season. So
yes, and
that's cool.
I don't know about you, but I just happened to notice that the common denominator is that I started liking them.
100%. I cannot deny that. That is for sure. And their second biggest win of the season, as far as points are concerned, and you were at the watch party. There are a lot of, this is my superstitious year, so I'm putting all these things together, and what it adds up to is the Houston Texans are a good football team. And
finally.
And we talked about this before this game, going up against what is a lesser opponent. The Cardinals have only won 3 games all year. They've played a lot of good teams tough, though. A lot of one-score games. So I didn't want to overlook them, because they're an NFL team. You know, they get paid to play too. But I felt like this would be a good opportunity for CJ Stroud and the offense to kind of get their stuff together. And
boy, did they.
They scored on 8 out of their 10 possessions, other 10, scoring drives.
Right.
So, and the only one I'm not counting is, that doesn't count the one that they took a knee at the end because they won the game. So, They got a blocked field goal, and then they punted once. So, I mean, talk about efficient. CJ Stroud had himself a game. We
talked about this a lot at the watch party, but what was the difference that Stroud made?
I'm going to let you tell him, because you've been saying it. And it's going to let them know.
Of the ball.
Scary. It lets everybody know that you know ball. You have been saying it, and you're absolutely right. When he gets the ball out quickly, he's successful. He was 22 of 29. That's 75.9%. That's a passing grade, former teacher. 260 yards, 3 touchdowns. Most importantly, no interceptions. CJ Stroud has not turned the ball over, except for the 1 interception in the game that he returned from a concussion. Other than that, he has not turned the ball over since then. And that has been a huge key to this offense.
And we'll forgive him that one time.
Yeah, I mean, he did get hit in the head really hard. Didn't play football for a month after that. So we'll give him a pass on that one.
If they had just listened to me from, I think it was wasn't it game 3, even maybe 2, that I'm like, I need him to let go of the ball.
Yeah.
And I mean, it even substantiated it when Mills came in for us.
Yeah, 100%.
Yeah.
And it's crazy that you noticed that as what we called you, a baby bull at the time. Because it's the same thing that Texans fans have been saying since CJ got here. We love him, but bro, sometimes and I get what he's trying to make something happen, but sometimes there's just nothing there. And so, if you have, I want him to protect the ball. I don't want him to throw it to a guy who's not open just so he can say, hey, I got it out quick. Mm-hmm. But if you're hanging on to it, once you run out, just throw it out of bounds, man, or throw it at somebody's feet. We've seen him do it before, or hit your check down. 9 times out of 10, Woody Marks or Nick Chubb, maybe just sitting there. Maybe it's just a 1-yard gain, but it's better than taking a 5-yard sack, right? So
exactly. And yeah, even if it's 1 yard, that's better than the other team gets the ball.
100%. And you're not getting hit, so you don't have to, it
Oh,
just
yeah.
it's good all the way around. Get that thing out as quick as you can, make things happen, and that's what the Texans
And he
offense
did.
did. No, 100%. I think we found you a new future ex-husband, possibly. Jawar
Temporarily.
Jawar
I'm loyal to
yes.
my Hutchinson.
Okay.
However, I will give credit where credit is due. There were like 2 contenders this game because
Yeah, I want to talk about the youngster, 2-year player off the practice squad.
man,
Jawar Jordan, number 26. Um
he wanted to prove his worth, and boy, did he do it.
Absolutely. Scara, there's been one running back for the Houston Texans who've rushed for 100 yards this season, and his name is Jawar Jordan, and his first ever professional game. He's never played in a regular season game before
That's just
yesterday.
crazy.
And he got 101 yards on 15 carries. He was averaging 6.7 yards a carry. That'll get it done. He had a 50-yard long that, with all due respect to Nico, who's a great receiver, he
Mhm.
throws a little bit better of a block, and I'm pretty sure Jawar Jordan's taking that thing to the house and scoring his first career touchdown. But all that being said, that's being a little bit nitpicky. The offense was great. Jawar Jordan showed me some things. We love Woody Marks. I'm not saying that Jawar Jordan should replace Woody Marks. Woody has been very consistent this season, and he's tough as nails. It seems like he goes into the blue tent, which is where they check you out if you're possibly injured, 3 times a game. And he always comes back out there and looks great. So he actually, I think it was an Instagram post. He was pretty upset that they didn't put him back in the game because he
Oh,
felt
no.
like he was good to go. And
But I wonder if it's because Jordan was just rocking it so well
that might
that they're
have,
like, "Nah,
yeah,
we're good."
yeah. I mean, Woody, we need you to be healthy, bro. We're making a playoff
Mhm.
run here, and I get it. You see some guy come off the practice squad and he's running 100 yards, and you haven't run 100 yards all game. You've
He's
been,
worried about his job.
yeah, you've been close, and I understand. And I was talking to Ruben. We were doing Twin Toros just before this, and I said, what that's probably about, man. I guarantee you, there's some type of incentive in his contract that if he scores X amount of touchdowns or if he gets X amount of yards, he probably gets a little bit of extra money. So yeah, I'd be mad too if I felt like I was
Yeah.
good to go. But at the end of the day, this team has a bigger picture goal at the end, and they're banged up at the running back position. They've already let Damian Pierce go. We love Dare Gumbawale, but we don't need him carrying the ball 30 times a game. Uh,
And we love Marks, but at least we know that we've got someone we can throw in there
yes,
if necessary.
I'm glad you said that, Scara, because I don't know about you, but this is what I was thinking. Why has he been on the practice squad?
I mean, I'm kind of wondering if we're gonna see him a little more, and I
I
really
hope so.
I hope we do. Like,
Yes.
who would he replace though?
I mean, he deserves to have a look taken. I don't think Nick Chubb's ready to come back yet. So I think in the next game against the the Raiders, you'll probably have Woody Marks, Daria Gumbawale, and Jawar Jordan. And I think Jawar Jordan, they need to take a look at him, give his fair share of touches. There's no reason not to. I mean, look what he just did with only 15 carries. And
He
what
didn't have his fair share. He took all of them.
yeah. And for me, I felt like what impressed me the most about him is that, yes, he was fast. Yes, he was kind of shifty, but like his vision, he really used his blockers. Like he looked and saw, okay, this guy's blocking here. I have a lane right here. He didn't hesitate, but he was patient. He waited for his lanes to open up and then he went. And that, for a young player who doesn't play that much, that was impressive to me.
I wonder if his height actually helps him here, right? Because he's
Yeah.
not eye level with the other players. He can see those holes better.
Yeah. And he can hide behind his offensive lineman, which that's kind of the advantage that those smaller guys have is there's really big men standing in front of them. So they can kind of hide behind him and try to break through those holes. So I thought he had an excellent game. That was really exciting. I can't say enough about CJ. I'm looking at some other notables. Nico Collins.
Schultz. We got to talk about Schultz.
Yeah, Dalton Schultz got 9 targets. He caught 8 balls. That was the most of any player. Nico Collins with the 85 yards now has another 1,000-yard season. This is his 3rd straight.
Wow.
1,000-yard season. There are only 2 other Houston Texans wide receivers who have had back-to-back-to-back 1,000-yard seasons. They are Hall of Famer Andre Johnson and soon-to-be Hall of Famer DeAndre Hopkins. So he's in good company.
I
And
actually know both of those names.
yeah, for sure. I
I'm
mean,
so proud of me.
Andre Johnson is the GOAT as far as the Texans are concerned. Him or JJ, that's,
Mm, mhm.
6'7".
Oh god. You did it.
I did. Actually, I almost made a 6'7" short because in our last episode, I said somebody had 6 or 7 wins in a row, and I almost made a short with the 6'7" kid, and I was like, no, I'm not gonna do that to my algorithm.
And I noticed you did that, and I had to, like, zip my lips when you said it.
It was the teacher in you. You caught it.
Uh-huh.
You're like, if I was in class, I know what would have just happened right
I am
now.
so glad I am not in class this year.
I know. Um, so yeah, I mean, we will. The defense was good, but it wasn't what we were accustomed to, right? I think you noticed that right off the bat. I think you
Yeah.
said, when did our offense get to be good and our defense not?
Yeah, they changed
um,
places.
I think most of it was Trey McBride, who's a very good tight end for the Cardinals. Um, I'm There was a couple of times he was matched up on people I thought he shouldn't have been matched up on. Usually Jalen Petrie is the guy who's going to cover that tight end. Too many times you had Henry To'oTo'o, who I love, but he's not who you want covering the other team's best tight end.
Mm.
And then there was some, backup linebackers. More times than not, if you have a linebacker covering one of these speedy, big tight ends who are kind of like in between tight end and wide receiver, like maybe they're too big to be a wide receiver, but they're still really athletic and can catch balls. You usually don't want one-on-one with a linebacker because they're going to be faster. 9 times out of 10, they're going to be taller, more agile. So that's usually a bad matchup. I'm going to give the Texans a pass. The defense has been really good this year. They're still the number 1 scoring defense, even though they gave up 20 points. And I said it before, yes, the Cardinals only have 3 wins, but they've played teams really tough. So none of
And
our
our defense wasn't bad.
no, it
They were
wasn't bad.
just taking a break.
I
Like,
guess, yeah, that's kind of what it
they were
felt like,
calling
right?
it in.
It's kind of what it felt like. Like, it's the Cardinals. Well, we've got a
Our o I
20-point
know.
lead. It's
I know
fine.
what it was. They're like, "You know what? We have taken the reins this whole season. Everyone is in the world is talking about us.
Yeah,
Let's throw this to our offense. Let's give them a week to be talked about."
I like that. I like that. And they were. Man, looking at the schedule now, the Las Vegas Raiders are as bad, if not worse, as the Cardinals.
Why do all my teams go to Las Vegas? Sorry.
It's a good question. It's a good
Raiders
question.
was never my team. It was just the local team.
Right. Back when they were in Oakland.
Yeah.
I'll tell you if you want the real answer. I mean, I know that was kind of like probably not a legit question. What do they call them?
It was a joke, but you can give me the real
Yeah,
answer
yeah.
because I'm still bitter about the A's. So,
It's because Las Vegas will build a stadium and Oakland won't. It sucks.
oh yeah, that's exactly the real answer.
Yeah, I
Mhm.
mean, and I think I'm not gonna lie and pretend gambling doesn't have something to do with it. Like, because sports betting is already becoming a thing. So, um,
I
and
just can't believe that the Bay Area gave up 2 teams, but okay.
yeah, they don't have anything left.
Yep.
They gave up 3 teams really because the Golden State Warriors left for San Francisco. So
Mm.
they don't have
Well, that
anything
was
going
like
on over there. That sucks.
yeah.
Anyways, on our next Oakland podcast, no, I'm kidding. um, and then you have the Chargers, who are a good team, and they're still trying to make the playoffs. And then you have the Colts again, who shout out to 44-year-old Phillip Rivers, who almost beat the Seattle Seahawks yesterday. As a matter of fact, when he walked off the field, he had the lead. Unfortunately, the Colts defense gave up a game-winning field goal to the Seahawks, Seahawks are a really good team. They beat us. So it's going to be interesting still. But the pathway
Okay.
is there. The Texans could win all 3 of these games. Like, it's not outside of the realm of possibility that they do that.
Especially if our offense and our defense have a conversation and decide they're both going to be amazing
Yeah.
at the same time.
That's what I want. I'm glad you said that. That's what I want to see in this Raiders game. I want to see the same dominant defense.
Mm-hmm.
I want 40-10, 40-3. How about 50
That'd
to
be
3?
fun.
Give me one of those. Let's see Graham Mertz get in the game. That's what I wanted yesterday. We didn't get it, but yeah,
Yeah,
I'm
we didn't
just
even get Mills for a moment.
we didn't, but that's okay. CJ played a really, really good game, and I'm glad he was on the field when they took the knee because he deserved to be. Um, man, I just the prospects of this team. I know you're watching the Texans, so you haven't gotten a chance to watch some of these other teams. But I'm just telling you, like, nobody in the AFC scares me. There's not one team in the AFC I'm like, oh, I don't want to play them in the playoffs.
Really?
There isn't one. The only one, okay, so when we played the Ravens, remember they were all hurt. Like everybody was hurt. Their quarterback, their whole defense was hurt. They're now 7-7. They've won some games, and their quarterback was not the MVP last year, but he was the MVP the year before, Lamar Jackson.
Okay.
And he is the Houston Texans' worst nightmare. I won't be mad if the Ravens don't make the playoffs. I need the Steelers to do their thing so that the Ravens don't make the playoffs. We already eliminated the Chiefs. Well, technically, they got eliminated yesterday. But they were
I thought they were
Mufasa hanging onto the mountain. And they just got thrown off the mountain. I hate to.
Okay, so they're not going there?
What's that? Kansas City?
Yeah.
They've been eliminated. They will not be in the playoffs.
Okay.
They are officially eliminated yesterday.
Okay.
When the Texans beat them, they only had like a 12% chance of making the playoffs. So they got polished off yesterday. Actually,
we saw that happen too.
Yeah, Patrick Mahomes got injured. He's going to be out for the season, which I don't like that, but I'm glad that they won't be in the playoffs. Because like I said, right now you have the number one team is the Broncos. You barely lost to them by a field goal with CJ Stroud out with a concussion. I'm not scared of them. They have a really good defense, but so do we. You've got the Patriots, who we did not play this season, but they have a second-year quarterback, and their head coach, I don't believe in him. They're just young and they're unproven. And they had a 24-0 lead on the Buffalo Bills yesterday, and we watched our friends who were Bills fans out at Texas Huddle watch them come all the way back and win that game. So I'm not scared of the Patriots.
I didn't realize it was 24-0 at one
yes.
the start.
Yeah. They were up like 24-0 and ended up losing that game.
No wonder that guy had a few extra drinks.
Yeah. The Bill fans were having a good time. The Browns fans were not, but that's a story for another day. And then the Buffalo Bills, who are the ones who came back to beat the Patriots in that game. We saw what our defense did to Josh Allen. There's just nobody I'm scared. I'm not scared of the Jaguars. They're right now the division leaders, but we split the series with them. They're the team that gave up 26 points in the fourth quarter to a backup quarterback and a bunch of practice squad guys on the offensive line. I'm not scared of anybody. Like I just need the Texans to get in the dance. If we get in the dance, I'm going to be really confident that this is the Houston Texans team that will do what no other Houston Texans team has done before. I'm not going to go ahead.
We do also need let's stay healthy, guys. Maybe no backflips on the field.
Yeah. Oh.
Just gonna throw that out there.
Listen,
right now.
Kamari Lassiter is a beast and he's a hell of an athlete, but there have been in NFL history players who have injured themselves celebrating and ended their season. We don't need any of that.
Yeah, as soon as I saw that, I'm like, why? Why would you do that?
We don't need any of that. Oh, I mean, there's some classic ones. There's a guy who scored a touchdown and then for some unexplainable reason headbutt the wall behind the end zone, gave himself a concussion, and was out for like several weeks. And I think his team ended up missing the playoffs because he was like a really important player on that team. So
I mean, I can explain it. They are boys. That's what it comes down to. They are pretty young.
100%. And they're playing a child's game. Like, we want you to have fun, be exuberant, celebrate. That's okay. No backflips.
Do the dance.
Yeah. Do the stanky leg or something. I don't know. That's showing my age. But I'm really excited. I mean, I'm so happy for you.
So happy for you. I'll walk it out.
Yeah, there we go. Showing our age here. But Scarra was clowning me for my music that I was playing during this. She's like, "You're showing your age, buddy." But name a top 40 song right now that you think is good.
I
Can
mean,
you?
I'm terrible naming songs in the first place that I even like.
I got you.
So the answer is none.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure like Sabrina Carpenter might have a banger out there somewhere, but that's not really my cup of tea anyway. So me, I probably stopped listening to the radio 15 years ago, maybe.
Mm.
It's been a while. Like I'll go on Apple Music and I'll check out some new stuff every now and again just because I don't want to be completely out of the loop. But
I
yeah.
listen to what my daughter listens to, so I can keep up a little bit that way, and every
Okay.
once in a
Okay.
while, there's a song I'm like, "Oh, that I like that," you
Yeah,
know?
yeah. I mean, pop music is always going to be pop music, right? Like they'll always have
Some of
something
it's
catchy.
terrible.
Yeah, they'll always have something catchy, something you can, tap your foot to. But I want to tap my foot to a Houston Texans parade in February. That's what I want to do. But I don't want to go there.
Yeah, I know. Why are we
I don't
saying
want to
this,
go
Nick?
there. I don't want to
I'm
go
only
there.
I'm
We
yes.
still have to make the playoffs, but I'm just saying, get in the dance, and I'm not scared of anybody. Scared. I'm so excited for you. Um,
I'm excited for me and them too.
yeah, I just like you said, stay healthy, take care of business. Um,
Throw the ball to Hutchinson. I
if
mean, let
they
him
can
play.
secure the playoffs before, let me ask you a question. This is
Okay.
because I've been thinking about this myself. Let's say they secure a playoff spot before the last game versus Indy, but if they beat Indianapolis, they have a chance to win the division and get a home game in the first game of the playoffs instead of being on the road. Would you say you're already in the playoffs? Doesn't matter where you're going to play, rest everybody for that Colts game? Or would you say, hey, all hands on deck, let's play as hard as we can. Let's try to win this game so that we can play our first playoff game at home? You as a new fan, I'm curious, like what would be your preference? Do you want them to be
Mm,
healthy or you want them to have the best chance to have the highest seed possible in the playoffs?
well, my strategy okay, so here the problem I think I'm having with football
Mhm.
is in general, right? Unlike soccer, is it's like whoever we start with, we end with, right?
Right.
Like, I'd rather start with the, strong players
Mhm.
and, maybe build a little bit of points and then throw somebody else in to
Okay.
give them a break. But since that's not how we play things, then I don't know, is resting
I
that valuable? Because taking time off could also mean we're, relaxing a little.
Yeah, so this is what I could see happening. Um, in this game versus the Cardinals, no, they didn't bring in any backups. But I bet if it's the last game of the season and they've got a healthy lead like they had in this game, I bet they would start pulling people out. And because you don't want to get somebody to get hurt in a game that
Right.
at that point doesn't matter anymore. Like if it's in the bag, you don't want, CJ Stroud out there because the other team's not going to quit playing. They're going to keep playing hard. So, yeah, I guess that would be having a home playoff game is important to me. I feel like being healthy is more important.
Well,
That
definitely.
being
You can't
said,
play if you're not.
yeah, that being said, the Texans have never won a playoff game on the road ever
Mm.
in the history of their franchise.
But
So
this is a history-making season.
100%. So I'm kind of torn. I don't know if I think all of these games are going to be important. So I think they'll probably end up playing all the way to the end. And honestly, if I know D'Amico Ryans and they have a chance to win the division, I think they're going to play. Um,
I mean, I don't see why we can't give some of these players that we know are strong when they hit the field, Hutchinson, Jordan,
mhm.
um, Hunter,
Yeah.
right? Like, when they hit the field, they do really well, but they're
Mhm.
not like the guys that are there consistently,
Yeah.
and just giving them some play time and some time to work through that pressure type of game feel stuff
Yeah,
in
that's the type.
case.
So that's the type of stuff you do when, like, for instance, the New England Patriots, who've only lost 3 games all year. Let's say they get to their last game and they've got the playoffs in the bag. They already have their seeding in the bag. That's something that they would do. I just feel like these games are probably still going to be too important for the Texans to decide, hey, let's give our bench guys some reps. I think they're
Mhm.
going to want their best players out there more than likely. Now, if there is a scenario where Jacksonville just completely tanks and let's say they have the division wrapped up after the Chargers game, yeah, sit everybody for the nobody needs to play for the last game of the season then because rest is important in the sense that right now you've just been playing the most violent sport in the world for 16 weeks straight at that point.
And winning lots of them.
Right, but everybody's beat up. Everybody's got a
Yeah,
nick,
everybody's
a
tired.
bump, everybody's got a sore something. Like there's
Mhm,
nobody
mhm.
on this team who is after the game, they're like, "Hey man, where are we going? Like, let's go out and like 9 times out of 10 they're getting in a jacuzzi or a ice bath,
Mhm.
something. Like these guys are putting their bodies on the line. So, rest is important. I just don't know if they're going to be in a position where they can rest. I hope they are. That would be great. Like,
Okay, my question then is, why does winning that final game make a difference for playing at home versus not?
so it very well may because right now they don't have the division lead. The Jaguars are ahead of them. If the Jaguars lose a game and the Texans win out, they will have the same record. They'll be 12-5, but the Texans have the tiebreaker over them. So
So if you have more games won, then you get the game at your
whoever wins the
home.
division, yeah, whoever has the better record and wins the division gets a home game. Like you get an
Okay,
automatic home game for the first game if you win your division.
okay,
So you've got the AFC
but
South, which is the division the Texans are in, the AFC
right.
North, West, you know, obviously. So whoever wins their division gets a home game for the first game of the playoffs.
So could we still also possibly get a home game? It's just not guaranteed?
Right. We could possibly win the division still. It's
Sorry, no, I mean, like, even if we don't win the division,
Oh, if we
is
don't win
there
the division, no home game. The only way you would get
okay,
a not in the first round. The only way they would get a home, let's say they win the this first game, and then there's an upset in one of the other playoff games, and the lower
right,
seeded team makes it through. If the Texans have more wins than the next team they play, then that game would be at home.
okay. How many teams are in the playoff? Maybe I should have started there.
There are 7. The first number
Okay.
1 team, they get a bye week the first week of the playoffs. They don't have to play
Mm.
anybody. So that's the advantage of having the best record in your conference.
They give the break to the kids that don't need it.
Right. So they right now that's the Broncos, and I think the Broncos are in the driver's seat as far as being the number 1 seed. They just surpassed the Patriots because the Patriots lost. So the Broncos will get to take a week off. And so the number 2 team would play the number 7 team. Right now, I think the Texans are the number 7
Oh,
team,
okay,
and the number 2 team is the Patriots. So if the
okay.
playoffs started today, the Texans will play the Patriots in New England. That honestly doesn't scare me though. And so the 2 plays the 7, the 3 plays the 6, and then the 4 plays the 5.
Got it.
And then whoever the lesser team of all of those that wins will play the number 1 team.
Okay.
So basically, if you have the top spot, you get to play, at least record wise, the lesser of the teams that are in the playoffs. But what can happen is like you have the Texans. The Texans are only 9-5 right now, but they're probably the hottest team in the league. And I don't think anybody, if they're being honest, wants to play the Texans in the playoffs. Not with this defense. And if the offense figures some things out, they're going to be scary. So I'm trying not to get too far ahead of myself. They have to make the playoffs first. They have not guaranteed themselves a playoff spot, but they're in a very good position. If they take care of their business, then they will do so. And I lost Scara. Welcome back, Scara. As I was saying, I don't think I'm not scared of anybody that the Texans could play. And I think anybody that the Texans have to play in the playoffs should be a little bit nervous. I know the players won't be nervous, but the fans, you should be nervous because the Houston Texans are the hottest team in football right now. And
Hey.
if the offense continues to get better, watch out. All I got to say.
Yeah.
Okay. Lucky number 13 in the books. Thank you so much, Scara, for going on this journey and letting us go on it with you. Thank you for coming out to the watch party. You were awesome. Like, we sounded good, we looked good, we had a good time. Shout out to Corey. I gotta shout out my buddy John, who was like totally fanboying over us, Scara. Like, he made us feel like celebrities. He wanted pictures with us.
Oh yeah,
That was
he was
very, very
great.
cool. Yes, that was very, very cool. And aside from my absolute love for all of my Houston sports teams, that's another reason I do this. It's really cool to meet cool people, people who appreciate the work we put into this stuff. I'm sure you feel the same way when you meet somebody who watches Bad Teacher Tales or listens to Bad Teacher Tales. It's just really cool to have the hard work that you're putting into it appreciated. So we thank everybody who came
Yeah.
out to the watch party. Speaking of Bad Teacher Tales, you've got some new episodes out. Why don't you tell people about that?
Yeah, please come hop on over to Bad Teacher Tales on YouTube or TikTok. I've got an episode coming out probably the same day as this one, as well as previous episodes. Or if you aren't into video podcasts, then wherever you get your podcasts, you can listen. I collect teacher stories and I tell them anonymously. So it's all the dramatic things that happen in the classroom.
That's awesome. We had people in our chat yesterday that said they were going to send you some stories.
Oh,
And
excellent.
I met my good friend Rusty was hanging out with us after the watch party was over. And he said he had some stories that he was going to send to you too. So,
Well, I would love to more stories from men in particular.
okay. Okay.
And
Yeah. Yeah.
you don't have to be a teacher to contribute. You just have to be an educator and work in the education field.
Yeah. I'm looking forward to that too. And what your next episode drops tomorrow?
Tomorrow,
It'll be
Tuesday.
today. Okay. So yeah,
Yeah.
we'll be putting this video out on Tuesday as well. So man, you got so much to look forward to and so much to watch. If you're watching Bad Teacher Tales, hop on over to Texans Bloodline or vice versa, man. So much fun doing this. Thank you so much again, Scarrett. Thank all of you for listening. Please don't forget, as she said, go subscribe to Bad Teacher Tales on TikTok and YouTube. If you're watching on Houston Sports State of the Union, thank you so much. If you haven't subscribed yet, please do so. Add Texans Bloodline to your favorites, play on your playlist, and catch us every week after Texans
And
win.
you know what I like to tell people is that click doesn't mean a whole lot to you, but it means something to us. It's free for you and it benefits us.
100%. So guys, please do that. Please continue to watch the show, support all of our work, and come back and see us next week after what we hope is the Houston Texans' 10th win of the season. In the meantime, you guys stay 10 toes down for the H. We love you. Good night.
Bye, Bulls.